Pie dough, really, is simple stuff. It's basically a ratio of flour to fat, and then you add a little bit of water, bring it all together, and that's it. Now the recipes will vary, but it's really about the technique. And that's what I'm going to show you, is the technique for making pie dough. Two very important things to remember: measure accurately and don't overhandle the dough. Practice makes perfect, for sure. So when it comes to measuring, accurate, a couple of taps, make sure there are no air pockets. Measure twice, big once, and a pinch of salt, a big pinch of salt. Italian pinches of salt. A lot of people sift the flour. Most recipes, especially cake recipes, will call for sifted flour, but I'm just going to use a whisk. That aerates the flour, it lifts it up, and then it just gives that dough that extra lightness that you're looking for. We're also using a combination of shortening and butter. So the butter's going in first. Both of these ingredients, we keep them nice and cold in the fridge. Instead of using a pastry blender or knives, I'm actually going to use a cheese grater, and I'm going to use the large holes on the cheese grater, the greater grater as opposed to the lesser grater, and we will grate the butter into the flour. You end up getting these nice even little pieces of butter that we just drop over the top of the flour. Same thing for the shortening. All these little steps are going to help you minimize the handling of the dough. Now use your fingertips, just the fingertips, not the palms of the hands, because they're the warmest part. And using those fingertips, move the flour, start coating all those little bits of flour and shortening in there. Feels good. Work quickly, again, to minimize the handling of the dough. And then the last step, I'm just going to pour the water in around the edges. And again, in order to minimize that handling, because this will get pretty mucky, I'm going to use a metal spoon, and I'm going to start pulling the water into the dry ingredients. It feels pretty sticky, so I'm going to turn it out onto the board. There we go. Crash. Give it a couple of turns. Press it down. And now we're going to cut it in half so we can portion it and send it off to the fridge where it needs to rest. What you're looking for are these nice layers. See how it's all very crumbly and there's some nice layers in there, and that's telling me that this is going to be great pie dough. Nice and flaky, nice and light, just what you're looking for. But you know, practice makes perfect with pie dough. So if you don't get it right the first time, go back and try it again.